What's up? It's Eva Lopez. Thanks for tuning in. And today I am celebrating my first completed 24 hours of my water only fast. So I will be vlogging my water fast, side effects, symptoms, how I'm doing for the next few days. So if you'd like to follow me and see and how that looks like, a water only fast. And the reason why I'm doing a water fast is for spiritual rejuvenation, physical rejuvenation, health rejuvenation. I want to detox my body. And why would anybody want to detox your body? Well, I'll tell you why. The reason why I want to detox my body is, one, so many chemicals that we're ingesting, whether it's the chemicals from the chemicals that we use for cleaning our houses. As a woman, I do all the cleaning in my household. I mop the floors, or Swiffer the floors, I wash the dishes, I clean the toilet, I clean the fridge, I clean the oven. I'm exposing myself to all these chemicals, and I'm just becoming aware of how much chemicals I ingest on the regular. I just watched last week a documentary on Netflix called The Human Experiment. Like, whoa. Wow. Highly, highly recommend. If you haven't watched it, to watch it. It's, people die for lack of knowledge. It's really great information. Actually, there's a lot of great documentaries on out there, like Forks Over Knives. The China study that's explained in that documentary is mind-blowing. There's Cowspiracy, there is Earthlings, there's a few out there that, Food Choices is another one that I recently watched last week. And, it's really important that we learn and know what we're ingesting and not be ignorant of what we're putting into our bodies. Because as a woman, I plan on procreating in the future, and I want to lessen the amount of toxins I have in my body so that I can, have a healthy baby in my womb one day, or so that I'll actually be fertile, so that I can get pregnant and have a baby. Some women nowadays have a tough time getting pregnant. And why is that? It's because of the day and age that we live in. We're being bombarded with, chemtrails, heavy metals, and, fluoride and chlorine in our water, which they say, in the small amounts that you're ingesting them, it's okay. But, that statement for me is a theory. And the fact is that we should not be ingesting chlorine and fluoride in our water. And that's one of the reasons why I love going up north and, being off-grid every summer. And I like, going and taking water out of a well and, a natural spring. And it's great that I live in Canada because we have so much fresh water. So that is a blessing. Educate yourself on, because you know what? You really have the choice. You can either grow old or you can grow younger as you get older. You can either, die with dignity or die really unhealthy and, having somebody having to take care of you because you can't take care of yourself, because you didn't take care of yourself your entire life. You just did whatever you wanted and you didn't really think about the ramifications of what you were doing. So that is what I want to improve in this year. I definitely need a detox because after the holidays I popped up with all these different issues on my face from the chocolate, the desserts, all the nasty stuff that I was eating, gravy and whatnot, all the processed foods. So I don't like doing New Year's resolutions. I feel for 2017, instead of doing New Year's resolutions, I want to create a higher standards for myself. And I want to make it a habit that every month I'm going to analyze the month that just passed and figure out how I can improve upon that every single month. And I started getting into this habit in 2016. On August 7th, I stopped drinking cold turkey, and I told myself I was going to become a person that doesn't get drunk, because when I get drunk, I do stupid shit and I embarrass myself and I don't like who I become. I hate waking up the next day and regretting what I did the night before, what I posted on Snapchat. Oh God, how many times did I post things on Snapchat? When I was drunk, it's like there should be an app on your device that it senses and it can read your alcohol level, and if your alcohol level is way too high, it won't let you post anything. I wish that existed, because in 2016, yeah, I Snapchatted a lot of shit that I did not feel in any way, shape, or form happy with the very next day. And that's not funny. Like, it was actually pretty shitty. I had to be embarrassed about it, and, you know, I can delete it, but people had already seen some of that shit. And what did that say about me as a person? Like, I was just spiraling out of control with the alcohol in 2016. Because I wasn't always like that. It's been more of the last 2 years that it became a problem. And I think, you know, I go on Instagram and I love following, you know, these really, really funny girls and these funny guys that talk about how much they get drunk, and it's funny. Some of the stuff they say, I can relate to it, so I laugh. Do I think they're alcoholics? I think so. I think they're alcoholics. They won't actually come out and say I'm an alcoholic, but, you know, the way they promote it, they also, and it's kind of scary because younger girls are looking at that stuff and they idolize these people. I'm not going to mention any names, but they idolize these people and they're just promoting, you know, getting drunk. Hey, if you look at my Instagram and you look at the very beginning of my Instagram, you know, the beginning of it, I was vegan for like a 6-month period, and I wasn't drinking. And then when I got into the drinking and I started posting stuff when I was drinking on Instagram, yeah, that side was extremely egotistical, to put it nicely. And I want to get out of I want to improve myself and not be so hedonistic in my ways, and I just want to become more real. I feel if you're not helping people in your life, you're wasting a lot of time. And I want to get to that point where I can actually help people. But in order for me to help somebody, I have to first help myself, and I have to grow. And that's what I experienced in my former water fasts that I've done. I felt I always grew and I always became better and clear, and I would get almost, I like to say, an epiphany during my water fasts. And that's the spiritual aspect. Yeah, I would have some of my biggest career changes happened during my water fasts in the past. And yeah, so that is what I want out of this water fast. Now, because I am vlogging my water fast, I will also be talking about the weight loss that happens, but I'm going to say it out there right now. If you're doing a water fast and you're doing it predominantly for weight loss, let me tell you, you will gain that weight back really, 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 really quickly. And that's because you're putting your body in a starvation mode for your body. Your body doesn't know that. After a few days, it thinks you're in a famine. So when you start to eat again, it's going to want to store all your food in reserves in case another famine happens. So to avoid gaining weight after a water fast, it's recommended that you go into a plant-based diet afterwards and slowly do refeeding, which is what I'm going to do after this water fast. I'm going to refeed my body slowly. I'm going to go into like things like cabbage soup on the first day after the water fast is complete, which I haven't decided how long this water fast is going to be. I know it's going to be more than 7 days. I want to do a 14-day water fast. Could turn into a 21-day water fast. So stay tuned. Because I don't know yet. But I have noticed that I've gotten the most benefits after 14 days. And 21, like, I can't even tell you how awesome that my first ever 21-day water fast, how impacting it was for my being, my spiritual life. I felt so vital, so healthy and renewed after that water fast. So as I'm vlogging about my water fast, I will talk more in detail of what I've learned through my water fasts in the past and the current one that I'm doing, and what other people have testified, regarding the benefits. But do your research. If this is something that you're looking to embark on in 2017, if you'd like to join me in my water fast, that would be awesome. That seriously would be awesome to get that type of support during this water fast. So leave your comments below. And I do appreciate likes and subscriptions. If you subscribe, that is awesome. And yeah, so God bless, and I will see you tomorrow when I complete my second day of my water fast.